Actually, first, I think you may have met my colleague Chris when you were in Austria. American guy.
Possibly.
I think he went to a couple of your games.
Yeah, I think so when I was in Vienna.
Yeah, I mean, this is like 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so first of all, talk a little bit about the game tonight. Obviously, the first 85 minutes or so, at least from the defensive side, was going pretty well. What did you guys do well tonight? In the first part, at least.
I think, yeah, until the 85th or 86th minute, or whenever it was, we had a shutout, we had a clean sheet, and that was most important. We had some luck, but I think for the most part, we defended pretty well. We still let some chances through, where our goalie came up big and made some good saves, but we also had some chances that we didn't put away. I mean, the positive was, yeah, it was 0-0 until then. Until then, everything was okay. So, I mean, from that point, I think we could say that defensively was okay, but
yeah. Well, I know you came into the game with quite a few injuries. I think like 2 of the main forwards were out. Did this really affect at all kind of how you went into the game, taking more of a defensive posture?
I think it, of course, affected how we play because, I mean, for one, I was playing then the striker alone up front. I hadn't done that ever this season. Usually I typically come from out wide or from behind. So, you know, we had a couple guys up a couple different spots. And you know, yeah, that changes things, of course.
Yeah.
And we tried to come into the game, tried to, you know, get some rhythm and function as one, like with harmony, but it doesn't always happen.
Right.
You know, yeah. But like I said, for the most part, it was okay until the end.
Well, I noticed also, so you said you started up front, and that was the first time you've played up there this season?
Yeah.
And so then you switched out to the left side and then over to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, where are you most comfortable playing in general?
In the 4-2-3-1, probably any of the 3 in the row of 3 is where I typically played this season. And I mean, I play where the coach tells me to play, and I do the best I can, obviously. But I think, yeah, that's probably where I feel most comfortable. You know, when you play alone up front, it's a little more difficult because, you know, with my size, you know, trying to get balls to come up out of the air and stuff is not always so easy.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do what you got to do.
So going on this season, I know since the teams had just come up from the regional league, obviously you knew it was going to be not easy, it was going to be tough. So far, I mean, how has this really compared with the expectations of the team? Basically your performance and how it's been.
I think we knew since, you know, we're new in this league that we're going to have to, we're really going to have to fight to stay in the league, and it's not that we're going to come in and be first place right away or anything like that. We have a new team with a lot of new players. We got, I think, something like 13, 14 new players.
Okay.
And so we're like a new team, and that takes time until we really come together as a team and play like as a team. And because of that, that's why probably we are where we are right now, as low as we are. And but I think as you know, a team that just got promoted, that's what you do. You're fighting to stay up. And I'm not saying that it's okay where we are, but that's kind of where you start. You start from the bottom and you work your way up.
Yeah. And so what do you need to do, I guess, for the rest of the season in order to improve or stay out of the relegation zone?
We have to just be more consistent, I think. And we've, you know, most of the games where we've dropped points, it's been only because of ourselves and nothing else, not because any other team has really beat us or been so much better. We've made tiny mistakes, we've made mistakes in the end, and it's cost us. And then, you know, one goal and then we're out of it. So we have to be a lot more consistent and a lot more. We have to concentrate all the way to the end. This isn't the first time what happened, but we get a goal right towards the end. The last few minutes.
Okay. And then one thing, kind of off-field issue. I noticed the fans today. I couldn't tell. Were they engaging in some sort of silent protest? I know there's been a lot of things in the news this week regarding the fines due to some of the pyrotechnics. It seemed like they were waiting until the end to sing songs, and we were staying mostly quiet. Was this something organized?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
You know, I think basically that when we're playing 0-0, we didn't them much to cheer about, unfortunately. But I don't think there was much of a protest or anything like that. It was just, you know, a 0-0 game, and we had some chances. You know, if those chances would have went in, they probably would have been a lot louder. But I think, you know, we control how loud or how quiet they are, and that's kind of, we didn't really give them much to cheer about today, unfortunately.
Okay, it was hard to tell sitting over there, and I know there's been the issues just with I guess they had some pyrotechnics in a couple of games. Is this actually? Do you see this? I'm reading more this season, just away from Darmstadt in general. Just in season, there seems to be a lot of issues with crowd problems like that. I don't know. Do you see this? You've obviously been in and around Germany for what, 4 years now?
Yeah, something.
Do you, having seen this as a player, basically having been here for so long, do you see this as a growing problem? I mean, is it something that's increasing, or is just the media latching onto it more lately?
Nah, maybe it's increasing, but I think the most important thing we have to remember is that the clubs, our club for sure, especially, we're really important for a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people that go and work 10, 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then come, and this is the most important thing for them that they have on the weekend, and they put everything they have into it, and maybe they don't have a lot of money, and they pay what they have to come and watch the games. And I think that's the same with a lot of the other clubs where these things are happening, and when things don't go well, then obviously they're not happy.
Yeah.
And because they invest so much into it and they expect so much out of it, and it's unfortunate that for us that we can't always give what we would like to give back. But I think there has been quite a few problems this year, but I think it's because there's more derbies this year, more rivalries than there was in the past because of the teams that came up. And they're all traditional clubs too, as well, so they're important. But I don't think that. I think people make a bigger deal out of it than it is.
Yeah, well, it's one of these things the media loves to emphasize anytime there's something.
It gives a story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well.